Hi there, welcome to this tip of the week. I've done about a dozen of these over the last few months, and it was brought to my attention by a friend of mine that although all of the strategies and the tips that I've been giving you are covered in this particular book, The Keys to Private Practice Success, that I've never really told anybody about the book itself and what's in it. You know, that's quite important because this is probably, by our research, the fastest selling book on private practice management and private practice marketing in history. And it's been selling by the thousands recently, and we're getting tremendous feedback from people. So I thought you might want to know why the smartest move that you could make is to pick this up for yourself and your staff. This book is based on the last 30 years experience that I've had with private practice and successful applications in over 4,000 clinics. The keys to private practice success comes from a basic concept here. You see these three keys that are down here? What those are the three things they didn't teach you in college. You know, anybody who opens up a private practice has the startling realization shortly after they open that there are at least three things that they need to know a lot more about. You know, the first is promotion, meaning how you drive in a good high volume of good value new patients, how you build a good solid referral base, how you make your clinic stand out as the first choice from the competition. The other key, the second key, is organization. And there's a lot of things that are covered under that, meaning hiring and retention. How do you hire and keep the best staff? How do you build your practice so that as it grows, it doesn't become overwhelming to you? All sorts of considerations like that, objective rather than subjective management, and how do you properly hire and bonus your staff so that they stick with you long term. Those sort of considerations. The final thing is cash flow. That's the final key. So it's promotion, organization, and cash flow. Now on a cash flow basis, there's a bunch of different considerations. That includes how do you drive in your reimbursements, how do you evaluate the different insurances that you have and the different income sources that you have so that you can determine what's being profitable for you and what isn't, and how do you manage your money so that you provide for your future financial independence so that you have a good solid base to grow from with the practice. All of those things are covered in this book. Every key has its own section, and there's a total of 17 chapters with some very, very specific information from some great people. Typical of the people that are in this book, these are all clients of mine. I'm going to give you a good close-up of this. These are clients of mine. This is Dr. Demetrios Kostopoulos and his partner Konstantin Rizopoulos. They are the owners of Hands-On Therapy in New York. And also you may know them from their hands-on seminars, which they offer across the country. But Demi's quite typical of the people that you'll meet in this book, because every chapter is started and ended by a private practice owner like you. But Demi started out with about half a practice in a very small office in Manhattan, and today they deliver over 2,500 quality visits a week in their physical therapy practice, and they are just a real going concern. Anyway, he writes the beginning to this book in addition to having a case history in every single chapter of a different client. The components of each chapter are these. For instance, if the chapter is on referral development, we give you the exact basic principles of referral development, what a professional referral relationship is, how you build it, the exact strategies that have worked for thousands of clients of ours over the years, step by step how to implement those. And every chapter contains not only the strategies and the theoretical information, but some drills and actually some practical sections that show you how to apply those things into practice. So it's a treasure trove of information. Another person who helped me write this is CPA Bob Holmes, and it has spreadsheets in here that you can use. It has, this is an example of a piece of Hubbard management tech, but this is a sample organizational chart for a clinic. How do you handle the promotional aspects, the organizational aspects, the management aspects of the clinic? How do you handle those and put that on an organizational chart? So it's the most comprehensive book on the subject of how to market and manage a practice in history. It's close to 400 pages long. It weighs 3.1 pounds, which I find is the exact weight of the human brain. It's got to be some kind of something there. But I'll just tell you a little personal story. As I was writing this book and I was interviewing clients for every chapter and getting their histories, a kind of a miraculous thing happened, at least for me. And it was my payoff. And I think it really underlines the purpose of this book. Every client that I talked to had one thing in common that they said to me. We laid out their stories in terms of where they were, where they'd grown to, the kinds of things that they'd done that had gotten them from A to B. And they said this. They said, you know, Harvey, do you know that you and your company, Survival Strategies, have changed our lives? You know, not just helped us build the practice, but you've empowered us, you've changed our lives, you made it more possible for us to go out and change other lives and to help more people. And aside from that having a lot of emotional impact and normally ending the interview right there, I think it underlines the purpose of the book and why I finally sat down and put all this together. And that is, we work with healthcare people like you, and our whole purpose here is to empower you and to change your life and to give you the tools and the exact strategies that you need to go out there and accomplish your own purpose to help people more broadly. So I'm hoping you'll pick this thing up. If you got this in an email, this video tip through an email, go back to the email and use that to order the book. If you do that, I'm going to make sure that they cover your shipping costs. We'll cover your shipping and handling on it. If you're watching this on YouTube, provided that you get this on YouTube within the next couple weeks here, I'm going to authorize as well. Just mention that you're ordering this through the video. You can order it in two ways. You can go to survivalstrategies.com. On the web, www.survivalstrategies.com. You can order it there, or you can also call in. It's 1-800-834-0357. That's 1-800-834-0357. As I said, I really want to see you and your staff, every one of your managers and employees. This is a tremendous tool for you to be able to give to them and to give them the sections that relate to their jobs. You're going to find out it's probably the smartest investment you've ever made, and it's a great read. It's got a lot of human interest and other things like that in addition to the technical aspects of it and the strategies. So get it and read this book, and I hope it helps you a lot. So I want you to have a great week. And not just a great week, but a great year and a great career and a great life. And you know, hope to meet you somewhere down the line. Thanks again.